Welcome to this yoga energy boost. So, in this yoga practice, we're going to open up the hips, the hamstrings. We're going to have some twist and lateral stretches and really get the energy flowing. And you're ready for whatever you want to face in life. So, let's start standing nice and tall in Tadasana. Inhale, lift up your arms, stretch up, hold your core in. Exhale, hands to your side. Inhale, deep inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, bend your knees and come into Malasana. Hands in front of your heart, elbows into the inner thighs. And then raise from Malasana all the way up, lift up. Core engaged, and exhale. Come back into Malasana. All the way. Open up the inner thighs. Inhale, lift. Lift up your arms all the way and engage that core. Exhale and Malasana. Hands in front of your heart. And then stay in Malasana. If it feels good, twist one side open, the right side lifting, and then the left side, hand raising up to the sky. Hands in front of your heart again. And come up, standing up, lift up your arms all the way up. And exhale. Bend your knees again. Come into Malasana again. Hands in front of your heart. And then twist again, lifting the right arm up to the sky, to the middle, and then the left arm to the sky. Come back into the center again. Back is really straight. And then placing your forearms or your arms to forward, and then you round your back to release the back muscles in the Malasana. Draw on your belly, slowly lift up again and come into a wide standing forward fold. And you can grab opposite elbows and just hang here, if that feels good to you. Hang here, draw on your belly, and then lift up. Lift your arms all the way up. Hands to your side. Again, lift up your arms, big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Again, you can widen your legs, mat width apart, and then lift your right arm up to the sky, twist from the upper body. Placing the other hand down, left hand comes up, twist to the other side. Hand comes down to the floor, lift, straighten up your back, and forward fold. One more time. Then come up all the way slowly. Feet are now hip width apart and hands to the side, and come into the forward fold and come into Padangusthasana, grabbing your big toe and forward folding. If this is too much, grab opposite elbows and hang here again. Draw on your belly. The weight is not only in the heels but also in your toes. Straighten out your back again. And then come into a handstand, Padahastasana. You're standing on the palm of your hand. If it is too much, grab opposite elbows and hang here in the forward fold. Breathe. Draw on your belly. Now look forward again, straighten out your back, hands on your hips, and lift up all the way into standing. Then come into a wider stand. The right foot points towards the end of the mat and come into Trikonasana. You either place the right hand on your chin or on your foot, but make sure not on your knee. Have the feeling you're wanting to lean against the wall behind you. This is how much you lean back. And then you can lift that right hand off the floor and really engage that core. Imagine you're holding a big ball over your head. And then lift up all the way up. And let's come into the other side, Trikonasana. You can also place the hand on a yoga block. Lift up all the way. Maybe you can look up, breathe, and engage your core here. In a minute, we're going to lift the left hand off the floor and imagine you're holding a big beach ball over your head and really engage in that core. And then engage that core, lift up the arms all the way and come into a pyramid pose. The left foot is in front and fold forward. If it's too much, you can also come into half Hanumanasana or place your hands on a yoga block. Draw in your belly. Both hip bones are facing forward. Look forward and come into reverse triangle. So the right hand is placed on the left foot and you open up into a triangle pose. You can have a block here to make it a little bit easier. This is a challenging pose. Both hands on your hips and lift up all the way. Let's repeat the same thing on the other side. Both hip bones are facing forward, pyramid pose, or half Hanumanasana, half splits. If the pyramid pose is too hard, you can place the hands on blocks. Draw on your belly here and breathe. Now lift up and placing the left hand on the right foot, twist open, reverse triangle, or have it on a yoga block. Really draw on your belly here. Both hip bones are facing forward. Now again, come out of the pose. Place your hands on your hips and lift up all the way. Now come facing a wide forward fold stand. Placing the hands on the hips, lift up your heart to the sky. Draw on your belly and then forward fold. Placing your hands on the floor or hang here, or you can have them on a block. Maybe your head even comes all the way to the floor. Placing the weight not only in the heels but also into the toes. Placing the hands on your hips, lift up with a straight back. Inhale, hands out to the side and interlace your fingers behind your back, opening up your chest. And from here, folding again. Don't push anything, let gravity do the work here. Maybe your head comes to the floor, maybe not. Doesn't matter how deep you come into this pose. This yoga practice is supposed to be nourishing for you and to feel good. Draw on your belly and then straight back, lift up all the way. And place your hands on your hips. Lift up your chest and your heart and forward fold again. Come into the twist, placing the left hand on the floor, right hand twisting open and up. If the floor is too far away, place it on a block. And then switch sides. Left arms twists open. Make sure your hips stay square. And then both hands to the floor or to the block. One more time, forward fold. Make sure your neck is relaxed. Placing the weight not only on the heels but also on the toes. And then straighten out your back. Lift your back up, draw on your belly, and come into Skandasana. The right foot is out to the side, hands in front of your heart, and maybe you come into the twist. Skip the twist if it's too much. Hands wrap around your thigh or your ankle and come into a side body stretch. Now, if you can grab with the left hand your right toe, that's good, and you're opening up your chest. If not, don't worry about it. Just stretch to the side. Nice opening. And then come out of this pose, Skandasana, on the other side. So first, hands in front of your heart, stay here, or come open into a twist. Keep breathing. Now sit down, grab with the left hand, the right ankle, and then just lateral stretch to the side. Maybe you'll grab your toe, but that's not the point of the pose. It's important that your chest, your side stays open. Breathing deeply. Come out of this pose into the middle and come into a goddess pose. Feet are pointing outward, knees are pointing in the same direction. Hands are lifted, so you really have to engage your core here. And then twist to one side and to the other side in this sumo squat. Placing the hands on the floor and come back into Skandasana. And then placing the right foot towards your groin and then forward folding over the left leg. Deep breaths here. Draw on your belly, make room in your pelvic area. Relax. Lift and twist over to the right side. Now, come to the other side. The right leg is straight, left leg bend, and forward fold over the right leg. Relax. Stay just a little bit longer. Come up and twist to the left side. Easy twist. Be aware of what your right foot's doing, that it's not flopping to the side. And then come out of the pose and come into straddle pose, pointing and flexing your toes. Point, flex, maybe come a little bit deeper into straddle, point and flex, point, flex, and then I'm bending, helping my foot a little bit to bend deeper, pushing it just a little bit down and to the other side. Now, you don't have to do this. You can just bend to the side, and then I'm going to roll, body isolate my back. It's almost like rounding cat-cow, rolling through the motion and to the other side, just to open up a little bit, loosen up the upper back and opening up their inner thigh. And then maybe forward folding. Hands to your back, hands to the front, maybe coming down on your elbows. I like to point and flex a few times. And then find the still point in the middle of point and flex and just relaxing the feet. Release. And maybe you're ready to come deeper and lay all the way down. If not, don't worry about it. Just stay where it feels comfortable for you. Breathe and relax. Lift up your head, maybe come back onto your hands, crawl upward so your back is straight again, and then let's do those circles again, isolating the upper body and to the other side. Maybe you feel a lot more open now doing this. And then place your hands underneath your knees, draw in both legs into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Feet are opening up like a book. Your back is straight. And then forward folding with a straight back. Now that might mean you stay sitting upright. It can mean you can place your hands on the floor or your elbows. Breathing. Again, drawing in your belly. Make room in your pelvic area. Now slowly come up. Next, we're going to have either easy sitting position, one leg in front of the other, or come into full Padmasana, full lotus pose. Thumb and index finger are touching. Palms are facing upwards. Sit up nice and tall. Breathing very deeply. Just stay here. Breathing. If you know Ujjayi breath, practice the Ujjayi breath here. You can close your eyes in this pose and in your breathing, or look at the tip of your nose. Focus your mind on the breathing. You can also say in your mind, inhaling light and exhaling darkness. Inhaling light and exhaling darkness. Do it in your own time. And then place your hands either holding opposite elbows or grabbing the toes from behind and then forward folding. Again, you can hold opposite elbows and forward folds. This will seal your practice. Draw your intention inward. Draw on your belly. Breathe and relax. Slowly rise out of the pose, lift up, come out of the bind, and then placing the right leg underneath your pelvic area and the left leg over. So it's crossed. And then I'm going to grab with the left hand the right elbow and just do a tricep stretch. And you can always stay here or grab underneath and try to grab your hand from underneath, but don't push too much. Like I can't touch, just the fingertips. Stay here. If it's comfortable, you can also grab your t-shirt from behind or have a strap. Try to stay really sitting up straight, engaging the core, breathing very deeply. Come out of this pose and into the twist to the right side. Nice, easy twist. Once you're ready, switch sides. So this time, my left leg is on top of the right, and the right is right underneath my pelvic area. So I'm sitting on the foot. Lift up your arms and come into this tricep stretch, really engaging the core and sitting up nice and tall. You can stay in this pose or try to grab from underneath the fingertips. Some people can grab the entire hand. I can't, but maybe you can. Or grab your t-shirt. Breathe. Stay strong in your core. And slowly come out of this pose and twist to the left side. On every inhale, sit up more tall. On every exhale, release into the pose. Come out of the pose and let's come all the way laying down. Engage your core here. Use this to engage your core and work your abs. And then come laying down all the way into Shavasana. And pray with me. Direct, we beg you, O Lord, our actions by your holy inspirations, and carry them on by your gracious assistance, that every prayer and work of ours may begin always with you, and through you be happily ended. Amen. Now slowly stretch yourself out. Really make yourself tall and big. And then slowly draw the knees into your chest. Apanasana. Maybe wiggle from side to side. Releasing your back muscles. And then come just rolling to the one side. Come into a seated position, one leg in front of the other. Sit up nice and tall. And let's come into the isolations of the chest muscles, just rolling through. And make it the circles bigger, including your hips, but both sit bones stay on the ground here. Combine it with your breath, releasing all tensions from your body. And then lateral stretch to one side. And quick neck stretch. And then switch sides of the legs. The other leg is in front and circling to the other in the other direction. First just the chest, and then make the circle so big that includes the hips. Big circles combined with your breath. And then the lateral stretch on the other side. Come out of the pose, quick neck stretch. And let's look up and down, releasing all tensions from the neck. Breathing deeply, inhale. Big inhale, dedicating all your life to God. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale, big inhale up, inhaling light. And exhaling darkness. One more time. Big inhale, inhaling light. Exhaling darkness. Thank you for having practiced with me. God bless you. See you next time. And please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up.